speaking of which, just this week, it was a very interesting week in the markets. Fucking wild. And I think I blew up my account, by the way, for Step this week.
Couldn't control yourself, huh?
So intense. Yeah,
What did
I
you do?
was like my trading account but the good thing is that every time it happens, every time I do these type of trades,
This is the thing where
yeah,
you
I'm just not following my parameters. I'm on the right side of my trade. Too big, I go too degenerate style, what they say.
That the whole go big or go home. That's what you do.
Like it's a $50,000 account. It's a fake simulated account here, but you have a type of a parameter of you shouldn't
This is the account
be,
where you were explaining that if you build
the platform you showed last time.
you can't lose more than $2,000 on it. You know what I mean?
What's your cutoff?
You break the account. So
you have to create a new one.
And
you don't have to create a new one.
You do have to create a new
one.
one.
I thought you get like suspended for a bit and then.
No, you just have to pay for a new account. It's called the combines. But imagine, like, I treat this like as if I invested in something, kind of thing. So far, it's costing me $200. You know what I mean? Big deal. You know what I mean? For me, it's the good experience. It's teaching me a lot how to control and manage your positions. It's a very important thing. Money managing is not easy. So it's also, respecting your account. And okay, you have a set limit. You shouldn't be. If you have 50,000, make yourself a limit of 1%, $500. If you lose that, get out that day. Don't even look at the charts. Don't even try and make another trade. That's how you should treat this account. Instead, what did I do? Oh man, it looks so good, and I doubled down. Okay, damn, it's going against me again, and I went again. But guess what? At the end of the day, it always hits me at the top, and then it goes back down or something like that. I do this quite often.
It waits to hit you and then it goes down.
Yeah, but that's how the market is. The market does that for you, man. The market loves to play with you, and they know exactly your stops are. They say, anyways. But the following next few days, like in 3 days, like my objective is to get to $3,000 on that account with $50,000, and I'm just missing $1,000. So I've been really steady this week after that whole incident. And what happened also was, speaking of an interesting market, that China was saying that they stimulated. So they stimulated their whole, because I don't know if you noticed, but China's economic numbers have been terrible.
They've been declining.
All their stocks, like Baba and JD and all these like big companies in China, they've been sinking and sinking
because of COVID and because of Trump's tariffs crippled China a bit.
Yeah.
Well, their economy in general too. Like it hasn't been great down there.
Yeah,
and,
too.
It's they don't say it. They don't tell you.
They're having a housing crisis.
Huge.
These mega building companies were just taking people's money and building condos, and they just went bankrupt. And they have all these unfinished condos, and people are paying mortgages on buildings they can't even live in. They're not finished.
Oh my God. In China?
Yeah, what was the company name? It was like a huge...
Evergrande, I think.
Yeah, Evergreen or something. Evergrande,
yeah.
In China. This is in China.
Yeah. So it was a big like a crash in the housing market. It was people paying mortgages and there was no houses to live in.
Oh my God. And they're stuck paying now. They can't get out of it.
People start like... This happened like a year or 2 years. People refused to pay the mortgages. That's what happened. People just refused to pay the mortgages. So all these banks were like going under because people weren't paying the mortgages and all this. Anyways, it was caused a big reaction. The COVID, the tariffs, and that housing crisis thing.
Now and then interest rates went up, and that isn't up. And obviously China's not going to tell you the full truth. Of course, these guys, they don't tell you if they're in recession or not. They've been, kind of thing. So, but this week, okay, so after United States lowered their interest rates finally, not just by 0.25, but 0.5.
The tariffs?
The interest rates.
Oh.
In the United States, interest rates went from, whatever, 4.5 to, I guess, 4 or whatever, 5.
We're not the same. Do we follow them in the sense of interest rates?
We are. Funny enough is that we're first. We always cut first.
We're always in the same range with the States?
Yes.
Well, mostly historically, yeah.
Historically, we're always a little weaker. Just put it that way. We
what
want our dollar weaker? To be.
Our interest rates are a bit higher than theirs. Is that what you mean by weaker?
Lower.
Our interest rates are always lower.
Yeah.
Okay.
did was they said that we're stimulating after this whole thing about United States, they lowered their interest rates. 4 days later, that's when China said, you know what, we're stimulating the and then you see the markets in the middle of the night. I was like, what the hell's going on? And you can see the flow is really just going up and up and up. I'm like, can't keep on going up, and that's where I blew up my account. But anyways, and so they announced that they're stimulating big money. I don't understand like what exactly, how much, and that's when all these Chinese companies, they started making big moves, and they started leading all of a sudden. They were talking about China actually sent a message that said, your Nvidia stock there, your chips, they're not as good as you think they are, kind of thing. Giving
China,
shots
no,
to Nvidia. But yeah, it's been a wild weekend.